Welcome back, all my 40K fanatics out there. I'm DJ here with Tim's Nation, joined once again by Lane and his 120 Poxwalkers. That's right, it's the holiday season. We're starting to kick things off with our Halloween spooktacular. Necrons and the Skeletons versus Death Guard and the Zombies. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do turn on the bell for notifications to get notified on all of the content we bring here on the channel, including both of our army descriptions of, well, these lists.
Yeah. So, guys, my list is illegal. We've taken the liberty in order to make sure that I can use all the Poxwalkers I have. We've given them battle line for this game so that there are 6 units of 20. They don't have battle line. In previous editions, they were troop choices. You could take 6 squads of them. But no, we wanted to do our big annual zombies versus skeletons game. So in order to do that, we kind of fudged the rules a little bit. So it's not a legal list. We know.
To be real, a lot of this is Lane just sucking it up for one night so I can play a whole bunch of reanimation stuff in one army.
That's the real reason we're here.
Yep, that is it. So I'm going to try and beat my old record of 102 reanimated warriors in a single game. So
that was way above what I had guessed it would be the last time we played one of these games. So do you have any wagers on what it'll be today?
Oh, well, with the new and with words, words, numbers, language, words. I'll say I'm going to go 170. We're going to shoot really high. I'm going to go for almost double, double.
We're going to be here all night. I'm not, I don't think 170. I think maybe we'll say 130.
All right, we got 130, 170. Yep. Guys, leave your guesses down in the comment section on what you think we're going to end up reanimating tonight. I will have the little ticker like I did last time showing how many we've gotten each turn. And yeah, this is our Halloween special. Guys, I'm super excited about Halloween because it's the first year I actually get to take my kids out trick-or-treating because I'm not serving pizza this year. Yes. So instead, I would be able to take my kids out trick-or-treating, decorated the house, did all that fun stuff. So guys, all the others who are going out trick-or-treating, handing out candy, please stay safe. And with that being said, let's talk about the list. Lane, talk about my zombies. Show me your zombies.
All right, so Death Guard today. Guys, I did it again. Last week I said, oh my gosh, 5 characters is too many, but I actually do have 5 characters again this tonight. So here's the thing. I've taken no enhancements, so I'm just going to run through the list of everything we've got. So characters, we have a Biologist Putrefier. We've got a Death Guard Demon Prince without wings, just because he can put out 14 attacks on the sweep and will just kill more Necron warriors. Foul Blightspawn, the Lord of Virulence, who will be riding along with some of the Death Shroud Terminators, and Typhus, who will be riding along with a squad of 20 Poxwalkers. Battle line, we've got 1 5-mana Plague Marines, and we've got a 10-mana Plague Marines. I've got, of course, the 6 squads of 20 Poxwalkers, so 120 fully painted and based Poxwalkers for you to enjoy tonight. I've got a Death Guard Hellbrute, so he'll be kicking out the contagion range to targets that he hits. And we've got 1 6-man squad of Death Shroud Terminators and 3 Fetid Bloat Drones with the Plague Spitters on them.
So my army is going to be a lot simpler because my army really comes down to like 3 data sheets. So first of all, I will go over the non-warrior stuff. Today I will be bringing the Convergence of Dominion. Those are my tombstones for this matchup. Convergence of Dominion is a garbage unit coming in at a mere 255 points. What do you get for that? You get the ability to re-roll reanimation rolls. And in this matchup, with the D6 roll on the warriors, hey, that may actually matter. Otherwise, it's 255 points of a 0 objective control value unit that I've positioned them in a way that I could potentially complete an action in the corner and score secondaries, and at some point I'm hoping that does occur. We also got 1 Canaptic Reanimator, because never leave home without it. We got 2 of the Ghost Arcs to be able to give us that extra times to reanimate. I have 10 warriors inside each one of those, so I want to play these guys to their maximum potential. And then we have 4 20-man squads of Necron warriors. Each one is led by a Lord. The one with Gauze Reapers is going to be led by my only Overlord. So I will have a Res Orb in each unit. There is no Technomancers here because Technomancer Feel No Pain is not resurrecting. So we just went full gung-ho into every single piece of reanimation tech I could find.
And Technomancer prevents things from dying. You don't want that. You want to die. And
I
then
want
come
to die. I
back.
want to stand up.
Yeah.
That's everything. Yeah, I want to stand back up. Keep coming at you. We're going necromancy to its fullest. So yeah, that was the whole point with the list. This is definitely most likely not a competitive build, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, maybe we'll go, wow, that was amazing, and you're going to go, wow, that's fine. After this game, it's going to be the exact same thing. If it goes really well, and I go, man, I could take that competitively, Lane's going to look at me and go, that's fine. You can practice that against someone else.
I don't think it's a proper test game either. You're not going to run into those lists because it shouldn't exist.
I mean, I really think we're getting into the 120 Poxwalker meta. I think it's going to be at every local GT since it's illegal.
Yeah.
Now, we did talk about the no legends in your list. Everything is what it is. You didn't take any of the legends units in this?
Oh, no. I had this couple of dreadnoughts.
I know we discussed that. Just to get
I didn't bring those. I didn't know where to find the legends rules. I think it's somewhere separate. They don't bring up in the app, so
it is
to keep it simple.
Yeah, you can get the data sheets off Games Workshop, and I believe the points are there too. But it is kind of messy to be able to go through those and everything else. So I'll try and find those for you in a later date. But for this, as you guys probably noticed, the armies are already out on the table. And that was also to try to save time because of 100 warriors and 120 Poxwalkers. So I deployed my army early. Lane got his army deployed out early. So we already know what we're doing. We already know our deployments. We already had the mission and everything for this, which we'll talk about shortly. The only thing left is to determine who will go first. Now, all our armies are on the table, so I can't really roll the big dice there. However, we can still roll the big dice on the floor.
Okay.
All right.
This makes excellent content.
I know, right? Odd or even.
Even.
Wow, that's amazing. I can't believe that just happened.
Going. Okay.
Up, and it is... Lane can gloriously pick it up. It is an odd. Again, sorry that we're rolling the dice on the floor for this one, but we're bringing 100 warriors and 120 Poxwalkers. So, technically, I would deploy first, which that's already done. I guess that dice roll didn't even matter.
Good job. Yeah,
that dice roll didn't even matter. So, but hey, we roll the dice one every time, and we're keeping with the true consistency of Lane losing dice rolls to determine that. So I deployed my units first, and now we're just got to do the dice roll after we talk about our deployments a little bit.
Let's do it.
Man, we are totally prepared for this one today. No, this is more about, and I do apologize if some of this does seem it, this is more about the fact of doing something special for Halloween and getting a bunch of random models on the table, especially because Lane, you got all those Poxwalkers, man. And
there's been some discussion in the comments about showing more dice rolls, but today, to bring you the utmost tip-top primo content,
I'm going to roll every reanimation that I make the entire game. Strap in, boys, 4 hours later.
No, I was going to say we should film the movement.
Yes.
Film the movement phases. You can watch this high-quality content of each of us moving 100 models.
Yes, moving each model individually.
We got to be precise.
All right, guys. Well, let's jump over into our deployments and let's take a look at this. And as stated, we are deployed. All right, Lane, what are we doing for this Halloween special game?
So our deployment is Dawn of War. It's my favorite kind of deployment, guys. Just because that's what I always played in 2nd edition. So Dawn of War deployment, our mission rule, and we actually decided the mission rule, and DJ had a good idea. Because we built these goofy lists, we chose to do secret intel. Because they're not prime scoring lists. Secret Intel is the mission rule where we can pull a third card and discard one when we do our secondaries. That way it gives us a little bit of flexibility in choosing our secondaries more, because our armies lists are going to just fail at certain secondaries.
Oh, yeah.
And then our primary mission is supply drop. This is the one where they disappear throughout the game. So we randomize, and in the 4th battle round, this one will disappear, the one in the center of the table. And then in the 5th battle round, at the start of the 5th battle round, this one will disappear. And then in the 2nd and 3rd battle rounds, each objective is worth 5 each.
Yeah, I think it's worth 5.
No, it's only the no man's land.
Right.
So each one is 5 in rounds 2 and 3. In round 4, each one is 8. And in round 5, the last remaining one's worth 15.
So literally our home objective marker really only matters for a couple of secondaries.
Yep.
Right. All right, so now let's talk about our actual deployment. So, for the Necrons, we deployed... Okay, so I do actually have something with my deployment here today, and that is based all around the Convergence of Dominion, and that's where it all goes into. So, as I said before, I am going to try to score secondary points off the Convergence of Dominion. So I wanted one in the corner, then one 12 inches from it, then one 12 inches from it, because that's what I have to. They have to be wholly within 12 inches of each other. So initially, I looked over on this side to try to deploy this way, but the last convergence of Dominion would have ended up right about where these Necron warriors are, right in the open. So instead, I decided to go the other way by putting one behind the rune to be out of line of sight and blocked, and then build over into this corner. Figured that was a smarter and safer play. From there, we just positioned everything around those. So I have every single squad of Necron warriors within range of the Reanimator, within range of the Ghost Ark, and within range of a Convergence of Dominion, ready to start crawling, marching, reanimating, resurrecting, and moving across the field. That's basically it for me. All right, over here, Lane, what do you got going on?
Well, I brought a shoebox full of Poxwalkers because I didn't have the patience to put them all in the foam and unpack them all. So, and I dumped the shoebox out on the table, and that's what we got. So, in reserve, I have one squad of Poxwalkers with Typhus in reserve, and then I have the 6-man brick of Death Shroud Terminators with the Lord of Virulence in Deep Strike, and then we just have 5 20-man bricks of Poxwalkers, some Plague Marines, the bloat drones up in the line, ready to go, get close, and then Demon Prince and the Hellbrute.
And much like my army, you're kind of just on the line, getting ready to get going.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about your shooting for the most part, so we're just going to charge forward and mix it up.
Now, real quick, just so that viewers can see, for my army, I did something very specific. These warriors have different bases. These warriors are green. These warriors are unpainted and gray. And these warriors are on smaller bases, which I'll keep in mind. Now, that is to help. So when we're looking for not only Lane and myself, for everyone at home, you guys can view and see kind of which warriors are remaining from each squad. Both the Ghost Arks do have a 10-man squad inside, simply for the reason that I want to maximize the Ghost Ark usage, as I did those 2 videos recently, one for the Convergence and one for the Ghost Ark. All right, Lane, now it's time. What do you want to do? Go first or second?
I don't know.
I figured you'd want to go second.
I'm not thinking strategy here.
I think you'd want to go second just so you don't have to move things after you just deployed, so you can sit for a minute.
Right. Yeah, that's probably it. Rest my weary bones.
This is about wanting to sit. Oh, I'm sorry, Lane.
I got to move them again. I just put them on the table.
Oh, shucks. All right, guys. We'll be back after Lane's movement.
All right, so for turn 1, my secondaries I pulled were Area Denial and Secure No Man's Land. This is actually perfect because I have the ability to get out there. So my strategy was forward, my pretties, forward. Everybody had advanced forward except for the Poxwalkers in the corners, just in case I need to pull off secondaries there. I didn't even pick a 3rd secondary because those first 2 were so good. The bloat drones with their 10-inch move were able to get up onto the objectives here, so I was able to secure No Man's Land and get Area Denial. I didn't get a chance to shoot very much. We just had the Hellbrute here who put his shots downtown into the Necron Warriors and was able to kill 1. So our reanimation tally is at 1. That's it. On to DJ's turn.
All right, so now we're done moving this Necron horde. Did some advancing. I spent a command point on these guys, so they got the assault keyword, and since they're led by a character, they get assault, as well as reroll their advance, which did come in handy because they rolled a 1 initially. So we're moving those guys up there. Reason being, we have, Secure No Man's Land, so we're going after these 2, as well as Overwhelming Force. So we're going to try and at least get some points by removing this floated bloat drone. The Ghost Ark move flew over with the terrain being smaller, was able to find a nice little spot, get over there, and be able to put its shots into the floated bloat drone. And then these warriors over here, if we need to, are going to put some shots into that bloat drone to hopefully pick it up. It's going to be a tough call because we're only strength 4 going into T8. But it's going to be worth a shot, and we'll see how this does.
And I did Overwatch these
Oh,
guys
that's right. That's right. Yes.
I rolled a big 12 on the 2 Plague Spitters, and their anti-infantry 2-up. DJ made a few saves, but I did pick up 6 Necron Warriors in his movement phase.
Yep, and I can't reanimate those yet, but hey, guess what? We got Res Orbs. All right, let's do some shooting and see how this works out. All right, after all my warriors shot, we got them down to 3 wounds. And you know what in my army has a 3 damage weapon on it? Right over here. Convergence of Dominion is within 18 inches. So we are going to shoot 3 shots from the Convergence of Dominion. Right at it. Come on, buddy. We need 4s. Oh, 1 hit. Now here's the sad part. It's only strength 4.
No, he gets 6 to wound.
Big 6, big 6, big bucks, no whammies.
Oh, it's not a 6.
And I don't even have a CP. Oh, well, it was worth a shot. All right, so sadly we didn't kill it, but we do score 5 for secure no man's land, and help at least kick some of Lane's primary back as he made a very fast move. And that's going to be it for my turn. No additional reanimations at this time, so we're still sitting at that 1 tally, but I think we'll be reanimating a couple in Lane's command phase here very shortly. All right, Lane, let's kick it over to you.
All right, guys, I pulled Assassination and Overwhelming Force. Rather than discard one of those, because they're not great, I'm just going to go for it because DJ has a warrior squad on the center objective. So if I kill them, and the character is there too, so that would be 2 kills for Overwhelming Force. And Assassination would score as well if I can wipe this entire squad.
Now, mind you, I also have to note, a keen eye may note, there's a couple more warriors here now. I have a Resurrection Orb, and at the beginning of Lane's command phase, I rolled and I got 6 back. I didn't even have to use any of the extra things. I just rolled a natural 5. I'm on the objective, D3 plus 3, bam. Give me 6 warriors back. So now that squad is back at full strength.
Mm-hmm. So I'm bringing my entire army in here to see if we can wipe these guys. So we've got these Plague Marines up here ready to start doing some shooting. A couple squads of Poxwalkers. They'll see if they can make a charge. It's really going to depend on how DJ pulls and reanimates. But we've got Bloat Drone here. We've got the Demon Prince. We've got the Hellbrute. We've got a Bloat Drone up on the building here because he flew up there so he can shoot this Bloat Drone here. And then, of course, I brought in the big boys, the Death Shroud Terminators, and their ability to reroll all their wounds is going to mean they're going to do some work as well. So we're going to try and kill some. Do you want to record this one, DJ?
Oh, let's get it. Let's
get this on camera.
So in an attempt to prevent me from pulling out of shooting range, Lane is going to do the Death Shrouds. There it is. The Death Shrouds first. So, Lane, let's talk a little bit about what we're looking at with that.
Yeah, because of the placement of the Ghost Arc, I had to place them kind of, they were just barely within range. A couple of them actually won't get to shoot. So I already threw my dice for the number of shots. So this is 5 of them shooting. So they are anti-infantry 4 up.
You get like 15?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you spend a command point to give yourself AP 1.
Yeah, so he spent 1 on Ferric Blight to just give him some AP. They are ignoring cover anyways.
And you're reducing my armor because of your stuff.
Yeah, you're definitely within contagion range, so I chose the reduction of armor one. So I'm wounding you on 4s, but I got full rerolls because of the Lord of Virulence.
And you automatically hit? Oh, yeah, because Flamer's spell weapon. Yeah,
so.
Torrent, that's right.
Torrent.
And you're wounding me on 4s with rerolls?
Yep. There's the rerolls. Pull out the losers. That many at
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
Pretty good. These will be 6s for you.
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. 6s. See that logo. Oh, only stop 1. So I will lose 13. But wait.
Oh, Halloween.
But wait. We're going to pop the Ghost Arc's ability to activate reanimation. So I will get D3 plus 3 because I'm on an objective. So I will use the Convergence of Dominion to reroll it. Rolls that too, so I get a 3. And then the Reanimator will also add additional D3. I will use the Convergence of Dominion to reroll that. Still to a 2, so I will get 7 of those back. That means I lose 6. All right, now we're going on to these Plague Marines over here, and they're going to try their best to see if they can't do a little more damage to these warriors over here. So what do we got with these guys now, Lane? A lot of bolters?
Yeah, we got 5 of them with bolters, so 5 of them you get 2 shots apiece. Because the biologist putrefier in there, they're going to be lethals on 5s. So hitting on 3s, lethals on 5s.
No AP though this time.
No AP.
All right.
Okay, the lethals are good. We got 4 of those already. Some misses, though, on the 2s, and then I just need 4s with these. All right, so you got 6, no AP. But your armor
AP, yep, but you reduce me because of your thingies.
But you'll get cover.
Yes, so I will get cover. I have 5 guys in cover, so we'll go with the first 3, so 4-ups. I'll stop one of them, so I lose 2. Still have that one that I'll take it on and cover, and he will save it. And I had, you had 5? I'll save that one too. You had 5 or you had 6?
6.
Oh, one more. Missed. Hey, look at that. Cool. So I lose 2 guys so far. All
There's
right.
2 plasma guns in there.
Okay.
So we'll shoot them. Both hit. One is lethal, and then these are strength 7, so I would need a 3 to wound you. So you got 2.
You would need a 2 to wound me because don't you still?
Oh,
have
your toughness is
-1
reduced to
toughness
3.
buff?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I forgot. Your toughness is reduced to 3.
So,
those are neg 2.
Neg 2, I have cover, and well, it's still going to be the neg 2 no matter what. So I'm looking for 5s. 4, 5, 6. I'm looking for, oh no, cover. Yeah, so I'm looking for 6s. So 6s. Nope, lose 2 more.
The blight launcher, 2 attacks here. Okay, 1 lethal, strength 6. I'm going to wound you on 2s. So you got 2 at neg 1.
Neg 1, and so 5s for the cover. I'll stop 1 and take 1.
And 1 plague belcher. This is a flamer type weapon, so that's only 1 hit.
Nice.
Anti-infantry 4 up. So it is a wound, ignores cover. So
yeah, and then because of your AP
ignoring
reduction,
cover, yeah.
that'll do it. Yeah.
That's it for that unit. Do you have any responses?
Oh, I definitely do. So I will spend a command point now and activate the reanimation strat. So first, we get the D3 plus 3 from the Warriors, which I'm going to use the convergence to re-roll that. Ooh, so I only get the 4, but because it's a strat and I'm led by a character, I will actually get 5. So I get 5 there. Then I get the reanimator for additional D3, and I'll take that 3. So I get a total of 8 back this shooting. All right, just throwing it out there now. We're going to go over to the floated blow drones. And I don't have any more reanimation triggers now. I couldn't use a second Ghost Arc even if I wanted, and I used the stratagem already. But right now at this time, currently with lane shooting, we've only lost 4 warriors, technically. So,
you've lost 15 and brought a whole bunch back. So
listen, math is difficult, I know, for non-Necron players.
now I've got 3 fetid blow drones that are in range here, and we'll just go through them one at a time. So each one gets 2, has 2 plague spitters on it. So each one's 2d6, anti-infantry 2 up. It's AP 1 and ignoring cover.
Okay.
All right, so the first one, how many hits?
So I'll be on 6s.
That's not too bad.
Because you're -1ing me, and yes, I'll be on 6s.
Yeah, and then 2s to wound you. All right, so you got 6.
Nope, 6 dead.
You're going to do it again. Next fetid blow drone. Only got 5 this time. Wounding on 2s. We do get all 5.
Okay. Lose 5 more.
Now we're cooking. All right, another fetid blow drone. Oh, DJ, look at that. Look at it, DJ.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Oh, it's time. I got that on the Overwatch, too. 12 of them. Looking for 2s. These are my dice. I could roll all 1s.
Nope, only like
I got
2
you a couple
in there.
of them, so that's 10.
Oh, this will be bad. All right, and I'm only going to stop 1, so that's 9, and that actually, ooh, that wipes out the squad. And I think that takes a character with it, too, because I didn't separate those like I should have. But after these 4 and 5, that kills the Warriors. We got 3 going in there. I would have probably had a better save, but so he's got a little bit of wounds left, but I don't see him lasting much longer.
I'm going to charge him with a Demon Prince and a Hellbrute.
Yeah, you would.
Where once were many, now is but one. Only the character is left there after the blow drones did a lot of work, and rolling a 12 in the last shot definitely contributed to that. So we picked up the Necron Warriors there. I could have shot at him with the Hellbrute, but you know what? I want to fight him. I want to charge him. So we picked up 2 Warriors from this squad with the Hellbrute shooting. Now we're going to do a couple charges. Let's see where we get to. Our fighting has concluded. We did pick up the character because both the Demon Prince and the Hellbrute were able to swing on him. He only had 1 wound left, so he's pretty good. We picked up 4 guys from this squad. No, we picked up 2 guys from this squad with the the bloat drone because he's got the plague spitter, so he's got a little bit of a close combat attack. And DJ did reanimate off the Ghost Ark's ability. And so he did bring back 4 of them. So he got another 4 reanimates there and then kind of piled in. He almost was able to take the objective from me, but not quite because I do have 9 from these 3 models here on there. And he's got 8. So it was a super close one there. I guess when I placed that blow dry, I should have made sure he was still touching that objective, but we still hold it for the moment. Now we're going to move on to DJ's turn, but I did score 10 because I did assassinate, and I did kill 2 units that were on the objective there. I killed the Necron Warrior Squad and the character. So I got 10 of them secondaries going strong. DJ's turn.
Well, that was mean. All right, well, so Lane picked up my warriors in the middle, my happy little silver skeletons. Good thing I got so many more of them. So for this turn, we drew Engage on all fronts, as well as Defend Stronghold. Being the fact that I want to kind of try and push the needle a little bit, I kept Defend Stronghold. Reanimator is going to try and do that for me. I disembarked with the Warriors there in the Ghost Ark here, and they parted ways. Warriors went off with a huge advance, and are going to go run in this corner so we can do corner stuff. And this Ghost Ark went up above, so he's able to still do his ability to some other stuff out here. A lot of Lane's army has a lot of anti-infantry, so the Ghost Ark is actually much tougher in this scenario than in some other matchups might be. So he's going to hang out up there. These warriors are still in combat. They're going to remain in combat. We're going to see what we can do and try and hit this blow drone and try and remove it. And these warriors moved up so they can put some shots and we can try and clear center. Now, granted, that center objective is going to vanish pretty soon, but there's also some units in the middle that want to make my warriors advance or disappear really soon. So I'd like to, get rid of them. On over here, to finish off with my engage, I did move these warriors. They disembarked from the Ghost Ark before it moved, so they will be eligible to charge. So they're going to shoot the Poxwalkers, and whatever remains, they'll probably charge into there. And then the Ghost Ark has got line of sight with these warriors that moved up to try and hurt some of these Plague Marines, because unlike my army, my guys come back. All right, let's roll some dice and see what can and cannot happen. All right, so this means a lot to me. So we've shot with basically everything in the army. There's only one last thing to shoot with. We have this blow drone right here has been reduced down to 3 wounds. So if I can blow this drone up, I can then shoot with this green squad at a different target. And what in my army has a gun that does 3 damage? Round 2, mister. Round 2. So we are going to put the Convergence of Dominion, which needs 4s to hit, and now it's going to need 5s to hit. So 3 shots from the Convergence of Dominion.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So now we'll just go back to my shooting phase. So we did we did some stuff. So these warriors over here, spent a command point on them to give them full rerolls of wound. And actually they did rather well going into the blow drone. We're able to drop it from full down to 3 wounds, or no, 8 down to 3 wounds, excuse me. And yeah, that was kind of where the most damage went to. These warriors over here spread their shots, put a couple into the blow drone that could not see the Plague Marines, and the rest over to Plague Marines. We're able to pick 2.5 up over there. Over here, not as efficient with the warriors. We're only able to pick up 5 of the Poxwalkers, but we're going to charge in on them so we can finish off with our engage stuff. And that is going to be it for the shooting phase. Now we got some fights and see how this breaks down. Sadly, warriors are not the most combat efficient. So the Overlord over here was able to get 1 through, and sadly the blow drone is still alive with 1 wound remaining. Warriors were not able to pick him up. And then over here, rushed in against the Poxwalkers, beat up some Poxwalkers, then got beat up. But here's a fancy thing. Ghost Arks say right after an opponent makes an attack, we can reanimate. So both of those squads just got popped by a Ghost Ark reanimation and went back up to their full squad, increasing my reanimation total.
My Poxwalkers did kill 2 Necrons, so I have a reanimation total right now of 2 for the whole game.
Nice. So now I did get engage for 3 points, and I have to wait to score Defend Stronghold, and that's going to be about it. All right, we're going to pass this over to Lane, and Oh, I think this is going to be ugly now.
Guys, I have not been taking advantage of my ability to pull 2 cards and pull a third one if I don't like those. I got behind enemy lines and capture enemy outposts, and they're just too juicy to drop one of those, because if I score them both, it's a big score. So we're moving up. I did fail Battle Shock on both damaged bloat drones, so I wasn't able to move them in to score, to take away DJ's objective. So, but I was able to move up this other bloat drone, the fresh one, the Hell Brute, and the Demon Prince here. So hopefully we get 2 of them to make a charge through here onto the Convergence of Dominion. And if I get 2 of them on that objective, then I take the home field objective from DJ, because the Convergence is 0, but the Reanimator is 3. Other than that, scooch out these Plague Marines. This is going to be our Omega objective at the end of the game, so I got to start working on capturing that objective. So the Plague Marines are going to go for that. And then I dropped in Typhus and the boys.
Typhus and friends.
Here. And then these Death Routes just moved a little closer, so they'll have maybe a 5-inch charge into those boys. All right, I'm going to do some shooting.
Enemy lines and stuff like that.
Yeah. I should score behind enemy lines, but I just need to get 2 of these guys to complete their charges to get capture enemy outposts. So I'm going to do some shooting first, then we'll be back for charges. All right, guys, good news. I killed the squad. Bad news, they're Necrons. So midway through me...
You didn't kill the squad.
Midway through me killing them, he reanimated. So even though there are only 5 missing, I did kill 15. So I did kill 20, but
I reanimated 15. 5 stayed away.
Yeah. So anyways, there's still Necrons there. That's going to happen. Not really much else in the shooting phase. I did a few pop shots at this thing and did 4 wounds, but that'll just heal itself right back up. So nothing else really to speak of. Now we're just going to move
over into charging.
Yeah, into charging.
You did use the grenade strat over here.
Oh yeah, the Biologist Putrefier uses free grenade strat. Only did 1.
It wasn't eventful. Yeah, it wasn't eventful, but hey, I mean I've not really seen that used very often.
So here we go. Gonna make some charges. Gonna see if I can capture the enemy outpost. Okay, so good news is these 10 Necron warriors are gone.
Oh, they were gone. Shoot, yeah, they are.
Convergence of Dominion, I guess. I'm doing work on that. Unfortunately, we're both OC3, and I couldn't quite make charges enough to get anybody else on here. So we really just, it came around some not quite there dice rolls. I was only able to get 1 of my units on there. I needed 2 of them on there to actually take this. But the good news is that we did pick up the Convergence. And just a lot of fighting, a lot of milieu, a lot of melee. Swinging back and forth. The bloat drone did get got, so it's gone.
It got.
And we've just been trading fights back here. The
Lord over here
picked up 3 Marines, though.
Yeah.
He did pretty well.
That's why you take that Overlord blade, baby.
I got another 3 Poxwalkers back. DJ, how many Necrons did you reanimate in this fight phase?
We jumped up now to 59.
Total of 59.
Now, real quick at the center field, want to talk about that real quick. Fun little Necron tech. Lane crashed in here, but because I was able to pick up the bloat drone, I was actually able to move, consolidate, reanimate, and all that jazz. And now I have just enough guys on here to take that objective away. So I'm actually going to get 10 on primary this turn. Thank you, Mr. Lord, for beating up those Plague Marines for me.
I did take away his defense stronghold, though.
Yeah.
Although I didn't quite score capture enemy outpost, I did shut him down, at least on the 3 points there. But I got 5 points just for getting multiple units behind enemy lines. And it's on to DJ's turn.
All right. So into this turn, I drew extend battle lines and behind enemy lines. Extend battle lines is usually awesome, but this one, it kind of counteractive to what I was trying to do. And with defense stronghold that I was holding, that I thought I was going to be able to pick that up easily, this really didn't put me in that great of a position. So we still went for it. Now, we did some reanimations. Got most of our warrior squad. All my big 20-mans are back up to full size. And my little 10-man is the only one that's kind of missing some guys because of a desperate breakout and stuff. But let's get over to that. So first of all, we fell back with the Ghost Arc, and we kind of made this nice little wall block where we're just barely holding this objective marker so we can get our 5 for extend battle lines, and kind of going to just try and make it a little difficult to take some of the stuff out and maybe be able to run away next turn. Over here, Warriors stay and Warriors doing what Warriors do because we hold that center objective already. And then as we scan over here, we have the Warriors. Yeah, these ones just reanimate and kind of stand there. We're gonna try and punch some things, because that's Warriors' favorite thing to do. Now over here, we actually did do something. The Warriors and the Ghost Ark fell back. Now the Warriors had to fall back through this unit, so I had a desperate breakout, and I lost 2 guys from it. So that's went there, but we're going to get behind enemy lines on that one. Sitting at 2 command points. But wait, in my shooting phase, we do have... I shot with the Reanimator already, and he did nothing to the Dread. But we do have one thing remaining that I've been waiting for, and it's going to happen. This Convergence of Dominion gets its 3rd chance. This time it's not -1 to hit, so it hits on 4s against this floated below drone. So we need 4s to hit. Oh, there's 2
hits.
There's 2. And it is a strength of 4 versus your toughness 6.
6 is the wound. Oh, well, it adds up.
I mean,
to 6.
yeah, it's a combined total of 6. Considering that we're getting into this, I have 2 command points left.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
Really? I mean...
No take backsies.
I'm thinking about it. What do you think, Lane? What do you think? I know that you think, no, it's a terrible idea.
I also have a command point, so if you make it and I fail to save, I'll see me reroll this.
It's AP3.
I thought it was AP0.
No, not the Convergence. Convergence of Dominions beam is AP3.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I got a 5-up demon save. So.
You know what? I don't feel like the Convergence is going to be your target next turn, so I think I might get one more shot with him. So we'll let that sit for right now. But
sure.
Viewers beware. I might be bringing that back around. All right, so we're going to roll out some combat, and then we'll see how things go. Okay, so not a lot of movement per se, but some damage was definitely done. So these Poxwalkers got kind of beat up there at the middle. There's only, it looks like 10, 11 maybe left. Oh, and this doesn't exist. He's gone. Get out of here. But we still hardly control the objective marker at center for about 30 more seconds. This will give us extend battle lines. We did get 10 on our secondaries this turn because we did get our extend battle lines. And we do have 2 units behind enemy lines, but we're here to talk about the combat now. Beat up some more Poxwalkers in here, but still not able to remove them or get us out of combat, just picking up some dudes. And over here, we're almost done with these Plague Marines. That Lord has been really kicking it through and doing some work. And for the most part, we don't have very many Warriors missing from these units. The Gray Squad in the middle is missing 1 still, but I'm going to get him back in my turn on with my Resorb. And then over here, we're missing 2 out of this squad, which that'll take a little more time, but we got a Ghost Ark chasing them up. So, all right, it's going to be going over to Lane's turn after a brief intermission for us to remove the objective marker in center. Boy, this is going to be fun.
Okay, so the Fetid Blowtorn with 1 wound hovered over here, and then he got overwatched, so he got popped. But we basically crowded around this objective. My secondaries are no prisoners, and I kept capture enemy outpost. So I should capture enemy outpost pretty easily, and then it's a matter of scoring points here. So we're going for no prisoners. Going to try to kill 3 units. I don't feel real confident about that. Should be able to get 2. But yeah, that's really only the movement. The Death Shroud Terminator scooched up here, so they've got an 8-inch charge into the Ghost Ark. That's really it. Now we're going to do some shooting. As I said, I held on to capture enemy outposts, and we had no prisoners. So we did kill both the Reanimator and the Ghost Ark. The Death Shroud Terminators did make their 8-inch charge, so they got in there. And did use some tank shock as well. The Hellbrute naturally does some impact damage. He actually picked up the last couple wounds off the Reanimator by himself, and so everybody was able to swing into the Ghost Ark and finish him off. That's about it. Just a lot of punching and fighting and scritching around here. There aren't very many Poxwalkers left in this unit. There's only a couple left there, so they'll be disappearing here. And on to, I did score 12 points, though, because I got capture enemy outposts and 4 points on no prisoners because I killed 2 units.
So we're going to start off the turn by scoring an 8 on primary. Did a couple reanimations just to bring the Warriors back into the gray squad. Getting worried here. We're not approaching that 100. Lane's not going to let me break my record. So elsewhere on it, I have no prisoners and investigate signals. So congratulations. The Convergence of Dominion is going to
Scoring
investigate the signals. Yes. Convergence of Dominion right here. This one right here. Pretty little guy. He's going to score 2 points for me because he's within 9 because I made sure to measure that. And then over here, my Ghost Ark's going to have to do it over here, which I would have much, much, much rather shot at these guys and tried to clear the Poxwalkers out of here, but not my choice. Cards say different. So the Warriors are going to have to stay in combat and hopefully pick up some of the Poxwalkers. I think we're kind of going to wall each other until I can get out of there. Now, as far as no prisoners is concerned, I'm going to try and finish picking up these 6 guys with my 20 Warriors that I have alive.
7 guys.
7 guys, excuse me.
It is our number.
And then the 2 over here are pretty much dead. So I should be able to at least I'll get the 2. Should get the 4. And now the question is, where do I finish off that 5? All right. These Warriors here are going to shoot at that Dreadnought. And then when we drop it down to 3 wounds remaining on some magical dice, the Convergence of Dominion will finish the job. We'll be back when the Convergence of Dominion gets to shoot. So Warriors were not as successful as I would like them to be. Even with the stratagem to reroll failed wounds, we only did 1 damage. But that doesn't mean that the Convergence's job is done. So the Convergence of Dominion does have 3 shots. If all 3 hit and all 3 wound, he could, in fact, kill the Dreadnought. So we have 3 shots hitting on 4s. Yep, 1 hit. And then wounding on a 6. So let me see that 6 again. Convergence. Man, why do I spend 255 points? All right, so we're going to go over in our fight phase, which is not going to have any charges because we're already in combat with basically everything. And we'll be back after we resolve it. So I lied. I did have 1 charge. I was able to bring these Warriors in to kind of pull them away so that the Dreadnoughts and some of this other stuff isn't able to catch up with me because Death Guard's kind of slow. So I just don't want him to be able to catch up, get in there, and potentially start laying waste to my security around this objective for endgame purposes. Now, over here, I lost 3 and rezzed him right back off the barge. And then Lane got 3 guys himself. So yeah, we were able to pick up the 2 Poxwalker units relatively easily. So I'm going to get a 4 for that, for no prisoners. And I got a 4 for investigate signals. Thank you, Mr. Convergence of Dominion. And now we'll go over into Lane's turn 5.
All right, in my final turn, I scored a sad 0 on primaries because the only thing left that scores primaries is this objective right here. Yay. And as you can tell, there are Necrons be swarming it. My secondaries this turn are engaged in all fronts, which I will be able to do with these kiddos, epoxies, the Hellbrute, and of course these guys and these guys. I didn't pull investigate signals, so these Poxwalkers and those Poxwalkers are going to investigate. And then it's time for some spike killing, so we're going to just try and wipe the squad here and give DJ a chance to do some more reanimating. I will be back in a second. All right, the character lives. Not even because DJ spent the CP. The Demon Prince just failed to kill him. DJ just spiked his 4-up inbounds really hard. So the character didn't die, but at least that Necron squad is gone. And nothing really happened over here. And then for funsies, I picked up this Convergence of Dominion because I was tired of it shooting at me. So that is the end of my turn. I do get 9 on primaries because I got 2 for investigate signals and got 5 for engage all fronts. On to DJ's final turn.
So Lane called it out, and 'tis the season to be killing, I guess. Well, it's Halloween.
'Tis the season to be spiteful.
It's Halloween, so we're gonna do a little more of a horror rampage as the skeletons will finish the day. So I got the most broken secondary to draw turn 5 in this situation in this game. Tempting targets. Yup.
There's only 1 secondary.
And then there was only 1. So I got tempting target, and that's the one that Lane is forced to pick. And then I also have capture enemy outpost. So we're going to try and pay Lane back in spades and see if we can't stick a charge with my warrior and do some damage with them. I got 2 CP. We're going to have some fun. So do have a little bit of shooting I want to clear up. I'm going to try, and these Poxwalkers have made me angry all game, so I'm going to try and shoot them down with some Ghost Arc action here. And then this Dreadnought that picked up my poor Convergence of Dominion, I'm going to shoot at him too. So, all right, let's see if we can do some damage, and then come back, and I'll come back to you guys. We'll just go right over to the fight phase and see what happens over there. Unfortunately, the Warriors failed their 6-inch charge even on a reroll. Sadly, I was looking forward to seeing them get in there and get a clobber in. Other note, so we shot down some Poxwalkers. It was kind of irrelevant. It was just spiteful because they were annoying me. So we took out a couple, but they're still there. And then over here, we tried to finish off this Dreadnought because it picked up my Convergence. And nope, left him with 3 wounds, sadly. So no Convergence kills out of this game. Then we went over for the Battle of the Champions. See over here in the middle, where Lane's Demon Prince just got angry and just smacked my Overlord into oblivion. Not even the Weave could save him. And 9 wounds and failed all the Feel No Pains. So I spent 1 command point to resurrect him. A Spite resurrection after a Spite kill. And to give me 1 more reanimation on my tally. Yeah, he's not a warrior, but we're going to count it. So that is going to be the end of the turn. I will score 15 on the primary because I do control this objective wholeheartedly. And I got still, what was it, 4 or 5 for tempting targets because of that brokenness, which gave us a final score of Necrons 79, Death Guard 68. Winners of the Halloween Championship match this time will be the Necrons. Tune in next year for the rematch on that value and give us a couple seconds and we'll talk about the recap of this beautiful, beautiful game. All right, guys, final score, 79 for the Necrons and the Skeleton Army, Death Guard 68, which means, as we said off camera, I am the Pumpkin King. I am the Pumpkin King for 1 full year. Until next year, will we do this battle again?
Do we need to make a trophy for this so we pass it back and forth and hold it?
Oh, we need to.
I think we
need
do.
to.
Yeah.
Next on the channel, we will have the Pumpkin King trophy. I'm currently the Pumpkin King in this one. This was a fun game. This was a fun game, as silly as it was. It was a lot of fun. There is some competitive aspects of this that we want to talk about real quick, and we're going to do one of our little recap videos afterwards I usually put out. But for right now, just at this moment, there's a couple important things. Number 1, I am the Pumpkin King. That is the most important thing to take away. All in all, though, one of the biggest things about this was a really fun game that me and Lane went back and forth when setting this up. I told him initially we decided we wanted to do this Halloween matchup. We discussed you can only take 3 squads of Poxwalkers.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
So then we just said, well, let's just get Poxwalker Battle Line. And it wasn't crazy by any stretch.
It turns out the Poxwalkers are terrible. They're cheap, but you said it was a fun game. It was a fun game other than rolling for Poxwalkers because they hit on 5s and then they're only strength 3. So like the T4 stuff, even though it goes down to 3/3, they're wounding on 4s and they just don't do much. Now they're cheap, of course. So I'm not saying that Death Guard should never take them. But 1 squad to hold in the back somewhere, or maybe 2 of them to stake out corners or something.
Maybe throwing strategic to water on the field.
Yeah, they definitely have value because it's 20 models for 100 points. But just rolling a whole bunch of attacks.
Right.
it was not a lot of fun because they just didn't do anything. Last edition they got some stratagem support. They had a good strat where they could definitely do some mortals. But they're just kind of.
And we'll talk about all that stuff in minutes more. But one of the things I want to address with this game, like how we did this and how we set this up, when we just first discussed this, I kind of gave you my list ahead of time. And I said, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to bring all the warriors and every reanimation thing I can possibly think of. So bring the anti-infantry. Because otherwise, if you would have been bringing multi-meltas and competitive lists and stuff like that, granted, a competitive list, you may have just slapped me off the table. Number 1. But number 2, there would also been a lot of things you would have just ran into and went, okay, well, this is no fun. I'm just running into a wall of warriors. Because although I did not break my record, sadly, there was still a lot of reanimation.
Yeah, no, you had a bunch of them. And I think the Death Guard, I was actually impressed with how the the plague spitters on the blow drones were. They did pretty well. They chewed through
They
pretty
did.
quickly.
They did. They did really
I haven't
well.
used them yet in this edition, but being anti-infantry 2 up can get the work done.
Yeah. I was sad that the convergence of Dominions did 0 damage, but hey, we got one to score some points.
You kept trying.
I tried.
You showed everyone you kept trying.
I did. I listen. They were on the channel. And now they're on the shelf. Well, most of them. We got one left, but he's going back to the shelf.
But they score points. They got you investigate signals points, and did they get
engaged on all fronts points? Theoretically?
Yeah.
Theoretically, because with the warrior bricks and expanding out there, I wasn't, keeping it back. But yeah, this mission, we're going to talk about this competitively in a minute. We're going to do our usual Thursday recap type video, except this will probably be coming out on Wednesday since we're bumping everything ahead for the wonderful holiday of Halloween, and talk about some of the strategy and tactics with this as far as this mission is concerned. Because I love this mission, but there is a lot of things to think about with this, especially over the long-term theme of the game. However, over the Halloween aspect of it, this was a lot less obnoxious than my last time doing reanimation. I feel like there was, because it was just, I have the Ghost Arc abilities, but it's like, okay, one time there and then a strat. So it's like 2 interrupt effects.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, previous edition, it was after every attack. So you would only trigger on an attack. And now in this edition, you reanimate even if you haven't been attacked, your command phase. But with the strats and everything, it didn't take. What took long was just the fact that we had so many Poxwalkers and Necron warriors just punching each other and just rolling dice and doing nothing.
No.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for the lords and the overlord blades, I would never have been able to chew through anything. Which those did significantly well, but I mean that was it. That was it for that. So all in all, fun game. I don't see myself running the top of any GT tarts with a Hunter Warrior Necron list.
Probably not put them on the table until next year.
Well, no, we got the Codex coming out, so I might get squirrely with it. Go, hey, listen, I got it. I got these. But all in all, that was fun. Guys always love beating up those Poxwalkers. Skeletons rule, zombies drool.
Yeah, only 18 of our Poxwalkers came back, so not nearly as many as your Necron.
See, I'm personally, now we're going to get off the 40K thing. I hate zombies. I really do. I hate zombies. And here's my reason.
You hate zombie media or zombies themselves? I mean, everybody's supposed to hate zombies. Nobody likes zombies.
I hate zombies in the reference of horror movie media.
Okay, so you don't like zombie movies?
They're just overplayed.
There's been a lot, yeah.
I enjoyed Dawn of the Dead. When they did the remake of it, seeing running zombies was terrifying. But I feel like just everything, it's like, oh man, we need a creature that we can fight masses on, but what they say, oh, let's do zombies. Why? Because we can do stuff splattering and blowing up all over the place. And mind you, that might be a thing, but I don't like it. I like the skeletons. I like the skeletons, obviously. But in movies where you
not nearly as many skeleton movies.
There's very few that I can think of. There was the cartoon, which was like Skele Warriors or something like that had skeleton warriors fighting against humans. You had.
I'm pretty sure you just made that up.
No. I will find this. I will find this. 90s. 90s. It was like Skeleton Warriors or something like that. And it was like, I remember the show because all the Skeleton Warriors had these black hearts. And if you got rid of the black heart, then they turned back into a human or something like that. Then you had one of the classics, Army of Darkness. That was all skeletons. That was skeletons.
I got to give it to Army of Darkness.
And I'm trying to think, is there any other
There's that really old one, Jason and the Argonauts. It's that classic where a guy's fighting skeletons, but they're stop motion skeletons, but it's a very, very old one.
But yeah, no, not enough representation. Hollywood, come on, get us some more skeleton movies. We're asking for it, and by we, I mean me. So, all right, well, here signing out. We will get back to. We're going to talk about the competitive aspect, but I want to put that over in another video where we can actually highlight on that one. So, biggest takeaway from this, from my perspective, is I am the Pumpkin King, guys.
It is resolved.
Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you again real soon.